everyone, Gigs here once again for another Constantiam base tour, and today I'm showing around a base that is quite near and dear to my heart because this was the first really big base that I based at on Constantiam. So prior to this base I was at Meloncube. In my previous Christmas video I mentioned us coming off to Nexus after the Christmas tree had been griefed, and so really this was, and that Meloncube had been griefed at this point, so this was, my first big base on the server. And you can see the signboard behind me where we have the list of all the players who based here. This was set up bringing together quite a few different groups. I mean, you had the likes of VargaGirl, Baloney Pony, who's Ebola Chan, SilverKrownKing, Drewbookman, who came from Royal Dynasty. We were supposed to have Allmonger join us, but he chose not to join after being unhappy about someone else who had joined the base group. We also had the likes of James, Spartan, and a few others from the Horizon crew. We also had the Delphi crew, M4 Vincent, Dmonki, Leo, Paddy, and also the guys from Meloncube, which is Jeding, JukePolice, aka Housemaster, Prisoner. So there were quite an interesting group of us all brought together. And it's amazing how you can bring such talented builders together and they really thrive. Yes, there was a little bit of tension within the group, but I would say I made a lot of really good friends who I'm still friends with to this day from this base. So the base was established in December 2016 and was griefed in April 2018. So we lasted nearly 18 months. Yes, 18 months, am I right? Yes, so nearly 18 months. We got to spend 2 Christmases at this base. And I'm happy that I was here. I'm happy to be able to show you guys around this. It is going to be a long series of videos, probably 3, because as you can see there is a lot for me to show off, and this is just the community hub. So there are more builds further spread out. There's some up on the hill here, so there's quite a bit for me to show off, and I don't want to rush through all of it and not give you a chance to see the space, because now it's griefed, you actually can't see it as it is being seen today. So this first area was actually one of the first pieces that was built, plus the signboard there. This was built by Jeding. He built all the variant crop farms, so melons, pumpkins, carrots, etc. We've got all the animals, including dyed sheep and white sheep. So even a cactus farm. He did a really good job of setting this up for us so that when we first arrived we had everything that we needed to get going and starting to build. So that was absolutely fantastic. And when we first arrived here we didn't have a dupe. So the very first builds were all done without duped items, and we didn't get to do any dupes at this base until the big Christmas dupe, which everyone duped like crazy for hours, and Phantom nearly cried and patched it. So this is Jeding's house, just a simple little house. Post the dupe, all these chests were full of wither skulls and TNT, Jeding's favourite items, which the withers got to be spammed all over near the highways. So what I'm going to do, because there's so much to see, I'm going to head on over this way and we're going to look at some of the builds along this road here, and that will probably get us through this episode, and then I'll come back and look at these ones in another episode, and then probably a 3rd episode we'll see the rest. I'm getting a little bit worried that I may need to do 4 episodes at this point. Actually, I'm going to free cam down there because it's a little bit of a walk down. So this is M4 Vincent's subway, and this is the entrance to the subway. We head on here, head on down, 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 down. We can see that this is his little area. He's got some bits and pieces there, subway construction stuff. And he had little, this one's not quite there, it's just started. But these were little, if we go along all of these, they eventually take you to everyone's little place. You can see how nicely he's decorated it all up. It's very pretty. If you head on up there, we're heading up to Varga's place, I think that is. So he was connecting all the different areas of the base together with this underground subway system. So Prisoner's Place. Let's take you to other bits and pieces. So it was quite a lengthy, and a lot of this goes under the ocean as well. So it was quite a decent little effort by Vincent. Very pretty in here. Inside here is, it says no unauthorized entry, but I'm considering myself authorized. He's got himself in here a little office, so the little subway office. Little computer there, quite cool. So that subway sort of runs throughout the base. But we won't be going by that, because if we go by that, you'll miss everything else. So over here we have, now I think this was built by Dmonki. If we stand on here, oh there we go. The Chicken God Shack by Dmonki. And this is where you could get your chicken. Very cute. Very clever. Now, I'm not sure which one of them did it, but I think all these pathways were done by the Delphi crew boys. I think it was either Dmonki or Patty. I'm not exactly sure. Very nice. Now, here we have the community trading hall. This is one of my builds, and basically it is an area where we placed items that we were happy for anyone else to use, grab, take, post-dupe. This place was great because we all were duping different things and we all were missing bits and pieces. So yeah, you get anything that you needed to get from here. Up here we had some mailboxes for everybody, as well as some of the map art. We did have more than this, but not an awful lot more. This is very, very early days. So you're talking 2016, 2017, there wasn't an awful lot of map art being made on the server as much as there is now. So, just in case you're wanting to have a look at the wording on that, nothing that interesting. So we'll head on down this way again. We'll loop back around to see all of this stuff. You're not going to miss it. So over here we have Jeding's darkroom spawner. So up here's lots and lots of levels of darkroom spawner. And sorry, I've deliberately turned off my full bright because I want to show off a couple of builds that look really good in the dark. And oops, bedrock. What are we going to do? You might come and grief us. Oh, no, too late. It's already happened. So this is where everything would drop down and go into its chest. It was a great source of gunpowder. And in behind here, there is a cute little AFK spot. For anyone who knows Zomabies, Zom for short, these are all his puppies lying around here, and we had this cozy little AFK spot for him because he was always AFKing, and in fact this one was built around him AFKing. There's a couple of them around the place because he would just log in and AFK and mobs could get him. It was not great. See some Halloween stuff. That's my bad. I did some Halloween decorations and I hadn't taken them down. Yes. This was a Christmas tree, so this was our first Christmas tree at the base. We had it fully decorated. All our decorations are packed away down there. But we had all our decorations all over the tree. We also had a sleigh with a zombie up the top. Me and Varga died a couple of times getting the zombie up there. We had llamas as reindeer. I'll pop a couple of pictures up on screen so you can see what that looked like. I think this is a Jeding house. It looks like a Jeding house to me. Yes, little small house by Jeding. There's lots of little Jeding houses around the place. As much as he likes to say he's not a good builder, he actually is, and his builds actually can look quite nice. Let's pop on up to the houses up the top here. I think most of these ones up here are Jeding houses as well, except for this one here, and I think maybe that one there. So this one here is James' house. So you'll see that a lot of the houses have signs on them to say that the chests inside are private, and that is, we all had areas where we were happy for people to take stuff, and then our own personal areas where we didn't want people to access our chests. So just James' house. Bedroom. James, you didn't even furnish your house. Slack. This download was done in February 2018, so there are parts that are incomplete that were completed, and although that was mainly in my area, a lot of people had stopped building actively at the base at the time, and there was only really a few of us that were quite active in building. I know for myself, I'm missing a whole entire building from this download because of the timing of it. And this is his unfinished build. Yeah, so he's still doing it. And I think all of these are Jeding's builds, if I am not mistaken. Yep, Jeding build. I don't think there's anything in there. It's just an empty area. Oh, a giant bed. Very nice. Very nice build. The base looks amazing at night. And again, I think these two are Jeding builds. This is another one that looks barely finished on the inside. There's no point me going inside them if they're empty. I'll just free cam through and show them off. I think this one is finished. Yep, so inside of here he's got a little bit of an area. I like what he's done as a table there, that's quite cool. Use of the beacons. We obviously duped way too many beacons. A little bit of a bar area up here. Storage. Now I'm not bothering to check any of the chests because I checked a few before and they're all empty. And his bedroom. So the person who did the download obviously didn't open up chests, which is fine. Although I do like to see what's in the chests. It's not a problem that they didn't do that. Have I got myself lost? I feel like I've got myself lost. Let me just fly up. Oh, yeah, no. So we're heading back down this way here. Quickly swing by here. I don't know what someone was doing there. Got a nice little bridge over here. That was James' house. And this lovely thing over here was also a James. Ooh, someone built a pyramid. Sorry, I'll get over to that in a second. Found something else. If I don't see it now, we won't see it. It's like a little bit of a pyramid, or the sugarcane looks quite cool. I don't know who built this. They haven't put a sign on it. Oh, what a shame. I'm not sure who built this. It looks cool though. Very nice. And this is James. This actually looks quite neat at night as well. This was still a work in progress for him as well. So this side looks really nice and polished and finished and looks cool. But then if we go on the other side, It's still being worked on. So he was still working on that. An awful lot of wool was going towards this build. Wool and lapis. A lot of work for him on that one there. So let's scoot back over here. And you know, actually, I want to scoot over here while it's nighttime to show off this build here. This build here is one by a builder you won't get to see show off his builds very often, and that is SilverKrownKing. Very gorgeous house made of dorite and dark oak and sea lanterns. And it is one that you really do need to see in the dark so you can really see the lighting in the windows and bits and pieces. I really do like the hello Mr. Enderman. I really do like what he's done with all of that. Even the detailing here with the fence posts going up the side there. It's really quite a cool house. And you see the lighting under the roof. Like, that's just cool. There we go. Now he does have some stuff worth seeing on the inside here. So we'll pop on in. And again, you can just see the use of lighting really makes this place look neat. Now, I don't think that any of these... Oh, no, he finished down here. Didn't have much of these rooms furnished, I thought. Looks like he's done a couple of rooms. Apart from, I knew that his bedroom upstairs was furnished. So we will head on up there. It's got a really neat giant chandelier there. All the multi-layers on this are quite cool too. It feels almost labyrinth type, where you're sort of like, I want to get over there, but I need to find out how I can get over there style stuff. Like you come up, oh, there you go, up there. I can get up onto this side. And up here, and over here is where his... Oh, I didn't spot that, the prismarine in there. Just a little splash of colour, and it kind of really ties the sea lanterns into the build. That's cool. And in here we have his bedroom. Again, nice detailing on the roof. So often you can miss all these details on the roof because you're so busy looking down, but so much to see in this build. Bedroom with a view. Nice fireplace. Got to be so careful with these. Silver's roof did catch on fire a couple of times, which was not fantastic. And yeah, when you consider the details that he's got going on in here, and even the top here, you can see. So even this looks quite cool. The way he's got it held up, and that's that main chandelier. Even these lights, the details on these lights, it's really a cool effect. But yeah, the detail on the roof for this place to burn down, not good. Not good at all. It's hard to say you have favourite builds at this base, because every time you look at a build you go, oh, I like that one, oh, I like that one, but this is, I like this one. I wouldn't have to clean it though. That would be a lot of house to clean. So, now this one I'm going to leave to next episode, because with the time I've got remaining that I want to spend on this, there's a lot for us to go in there and see in this build. So I'm going to leave that one, and I'm just going to do a couple of others that were along the road from where we were before. So I don't know what this was going to be. Oops, there's a sign down there. What have we got here? Okay, so it must have just been to stop them from growing too tall, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. So this one here, I will warn you, this is Ftsqr's build, and he can be a little bit interesting with his builds. So this is his bar. So he's got the alcohol here. He has a seedy dark bar in here. I don't know what that part was supposed to be. Maybe it's a stage. It's where the band is. A private room in there. Head on up here. Interesting use of colours. Must have still been decorating all of this. Let's fly up here. How do I get into this area? Maybe he was still working on that. I don't know. Definitely an interesting build though. Even got an antenna on the top of it. Yeah. Okay, what do we have here? We have Hayor's house. I love Hayor's builds as well. Like, that's really nice. And we'll see another build of his over there, which is even more beautiful than this. If that's okay for me to say, Hayor. Nicely decorated on the inside. The couches are very comfortable. Head up on into the kitchen area. No bedroom? Mind you here? Oh no, maybe up here. Wonder what was in there. Secret shulker. He's got a couple of them. No bedroom. But again, he's got another big house over yonder, and maybe he had it there. And this looks interesting. So this is an Ftsqr build as well. Such different styles. It's interesting, but I do like it. Actually, there was a part of me that thought that maybe this was one of the Delphi boys that created this. Because it does match with their style. But there you go. I've been surprised. Very nice. So over here, we sort of did the Christmas tree. Over here we have the area where we kept the... Oh, they've not come through. Santa's reindeer. So after Christmas, all the reindeer got popped into here, all the llamas, and this was their home for the rest of the year. That's kind of cool. This was, again, we're missing stuff. Such a shame. Up here we had a big map of the base area, and as you can see, it needed to be quite huge in order for it to fit all the different areas of the base in. And in here was obviously the enchanting table up there. This was the enchanting area. I think this was built by Leo. In here we had, and it won't show it, but in here we did our secret Santa by putting our names into the chest and drawing a name and things like that. So at the top here you've got a bit of an enchanting area. That's quite cool. How do I get back out of here? I'm lost! So there we go. So I think I am going to end this video here because it's gone on for a little bit of a while. I hope that you've enjoyed seeing the builds that I was showing off so far. It's quite amazing when I come back and I look at these builds and just see how much we managed to get done in the time that we were here. It's just really so many builds by so many different builders. And yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed taking a bit of a tour around them, and I look forward to showing you more in the next episode. In the meantime, you have a great day.